Welcome back to Mike's Deep Dives. I'm Mike, and as always, I'm here to take you on another journey, a deep dive into a new topic. And joining me today is our resident expert, Amber.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Amber, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. I'm excited to talk magic.
Yeah. So, today we are going to be talking about the history of magic. Anyone out there who's ever been fascinated by a magic trick, wondered how they do that, yeah, this one's for you. We're going to go all the way from ancient rituals to modern marvels and explore how these illusions have evolved and talk about the enduring power of mystery.
I think people are going to be really surprised. You think magic, you think like smoke and mirrors, right? But the sources you pulled for this deep dive, it's so much more than that.
It really is.
It's like we're talking innovation, showmanship, a deep understanding of human psychology.
It's true. You really do have to understand people to be a good magician.
You do.
But even before that, we've got to go way back to ancient Egypt. That's where magic was already a form of entertainment. Way back then. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I was really surprised to see that, in these sources, even back then, magicians were using sleight of hand misdirection.
Oh, yeah.
These are techniques that are fundamental to magic today still.
Wow.
And some of those Egyptian illusions, the sources describe them as really elaborate. Hidden compartments, complex mechanics.
These weren't just, simple parlor tricks. These were
Oh no, these are involved.
That's incredible. It really makes you appreciate the ingenuity of those early magicians. They didn't have the internet to learn from.
Exactly.
It was all just trial and error. And then let's fast forward a bit to the medieval period.
Okay.
The sources here, they describe these street performers, these traveling entertainers, and they're using these simple tricks, but they were amazing and mystifying audiences.
It's so interesting to think about that time period, right? Because magic wasn't just about entertainment then.
It wasn't.
No, it was intertwined with folklore and superstition. But even feared, some people really believed that magicians had supernatural powers.
Really?
Yes, it's true. The sources say that people would come to these performances not knowing is this real? Is this fake?
It's so true, right? The context of the time period is so important when we're studying history.
Totally.
But okay, enough of the medieval period. Let's get to the good stuff.
Oh, I know what's coming. The golden age of magic.
The 19th century.
The 19th century. And you can't talk about the golden age of magic without talking about Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin, the father of modern magic.
The father of modern magic, exactly.
Yeah.
And he revolutionized magic. He completely did.
He did he abandoned the mystical persona, all the robes, all that, and he presented himself as a man of science and ingenuity.
Oh, interesting.
His illusions were so elegant, so sophisticated, and a lot of them incorporated new technology like electricity.
Oh.
Yeah. There are these detailed descriptions in your sources of his famous illusion, the light and heavy chest.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Oh, it's amazing. He'd invite an audience member on stage. They'd try to lift this chest, right? Super light, easy peasy.
Mm-hmm.
Then Robert Houdin, he'd do this dramatic gesture,
Oh, I could just picture it.
And boom, the chest would become impossibly heavy. How did he do that? Well, the sources tell us the secret. Electromagnetism.
Electromagnetism.
Yeah, he was a master of combining technology and showmanship. Wow.
And that paved the way for so many future magicians.
That's incredible. And speaking of incredible magicians, that brings us to the legends. Harry Houdini, Harry Keller, Howard Thurston. These names still to this day, you say them and people know who you're talking about instantly. Everyone knows Houdini, right? But Houdini, what set him apart, according to these sources, wasn't just his skill. It was his persona. Yeah.
He tapped into the public's fascination with the unknown.
and anxieties about technology.
That's a really good point, because like his escapes, right?
Yeah.
From straitjackets, underwater boxes, even that giant milk can.
It's crazy.
Like that resonated with people, like with society at the time. They were grappling with rapid industrialization and like this feeling of being trapped by modern life.
Oh, that's a really good point. I hadn't thought about it like that. And speaking of modern life, you can't talk about magic without talking about television.
The game changer, right? I mean, the 20th century, magic went from the stage to the living room. It reached a global audience. Millions of people all of a sudden had magic right there in their homes. It's wild.
Yeah.
And television allowed for all new types of illusions. Completely like Doug Henning, he used television to create these like surreal, psychedelic performances. They just captivated viewers. People had never seen anything like it before.
And then you have David Copperfield, right? Oh, yeah.
Who used television for grand illusions, the master of grand illusions, walking through the Great Wall of China, making the Statue of Liberty disappear.
Those were events, right? Those weren't just tricks, they were spectacles.
Exactly. But, this brings up an interesting point from the sources.
What's that?
Did television ultimately help magic or did it hurt it?
Some people argue that the close-up camera angles...
Yeah, they reveal too much, taking away the mystery, right? Like it demystified the art.
That's a good point.
But at the same time, television gave these magicians a platform to reach millions, right?
And create these illusions on a grander scale than ever before.
But they couldn't have done that without television.
Exactly. And I think both sides of that argument are right. It's a complicated issue.
It is. But if you're enjoying this deep dive so far, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, we have so many more deep dives waiting for you.
All kinds of topics.
But anyway, let's keep going with this one. We're in the 21st century now, and magic is still evolving. It's incorporating elements of psychology, technology, performance art. It's become like this fusion of all these different disciplines. It really has. Think Darren Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Dynamo. These guys are practically mind readers, right? Their performances are all about blurring the lines between reality and illusion.
Oh, I love that the sources talk about how they use suggestion, misdirection, psychological principles to create these mind-bending experiences. It's a new era of magic. It really is one that I think challenges our perceptions of what's even possible.
And with technology like virtual reality and augmented reality, the future of magic seems limitless.
It does. Imagine attending a magic show, right? But from your living room, and the illusions are appearing right there in front of you.
And that would be incredible.
Or using augmented reality to learn magic tricks and practice them yourself.
That's amazing. The possibilities really are endless.
Endless.
So, from ancient Egypt to the digital age, magic has always been about pushing boundaries, captivating audiences.
It really has, yeah. The tools and techniques, they change, right?
Yeah.
But the core elements, they stay the same. What do you think those core elements are?
Innovation, showmanship, and that sense of wonder that we were talking about that makes us believe just for a moment that the impossible is possible. And that's the magic of it all.
It really is. If you're loving this deep dive, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We have tons more deep dives waiting for you.
Tons.
But before you go, I want to hear from you. Tell us.
Leave a comment below. Let us know what surprised you.
Yeah?
Or if you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you.
But as you go off and explore the world of magic, keep this question in mind. What's the greatest illusion of all?
Ooh, that's a good one. Is it the tricks themselves, or is it the magician's ability to make us believe? Thanks for joining us on Mike's Deep Dives.